Did you see what's going on? Obviously, you've seen what's going on in California. But the governor gave this creepy fucking speech where he was talking about speculators coming in and talking about what to do with the land of all these homes that have been burnt down while it's still only 6% contained. And he did this little dance like, I've been talking with the governor of Hawaii about what to do. We got some ideas. A speculator, we're gonna have some meetings. Like,
really?
Oh,
California Governor Gavin Newsom is now calling his city's homeless encampments unacceptable, which is odd since he's the guy who made them acceptable, turning sidewalks into red carpet events for drug addicts, thieves, and unemployed CNN anchors. On Monday, he urged cities to ban the camps from sidewalks, parks, and other public areas. So after years of denying the problem, he's now pretending to fix it, which is like putting on a condom as you're leaving a whorehouse. Who hasn't?
It started with a smirk and ended in political arson somewhere between the chaos. Gavin Newsom forgot which camera he was supposed to fake confidence into. Then Joe Rogan body slammed the narrative with facts heavy enough to bruise. Think kettlebell energy meets MIC drop precision. Enter Greg Gutfeld swinging jokes sharper than California's tax hikes and twice as painful. What followed wasn't a takedown, it was performance art in demolition form. Ego, ambition, political theater, all set ablaze. Not even overpriced hair gel could hold that collapse together.
nobody wants President Newsom either. Nobody believes in that guy. That guy's a fucking con man. Everything he did in California, from trying to mandate vaccines for kids, being caught public without a mask and lying about the fact that he was outdoors.
Yeah.
Nobody believes in that guy. He's just a politician. Just a stone cold, narrative driven politician. Nobody thinks he's a real human. Whether you like Trump or not, whether you think he's corrupt or not, that's a human being. You know what that guy is. Same thing with RFK Jr. Whether you believe that he's correct about vaccines or whether you believe his policies would be effective, and that's a human being. With Newsom, you got like this construct, this cardboard cutout of a person. I don't think people want that, but they might want it more than they want President.
Picture this: Gavin Newsom dead center on camera, hair gleaming like it's auditioning for a Pantene. Add the zoom in, slow, suspenseful, until a voiceover drops harder than his approval ratings that voice Joe Rogan slicing through the spin with the force of a truth bazooka. Then Greg Gutfeld storms in, bulldozing Newsom's glittery utopia with sarcasm, facts, and fire. Gavin doesn't walk into rooms, he struts like he's headlining a political fashion show theme. Government overreach, but make it sexy looks. On point leadership MIA.
Gavin ponders why Dems lost.
We lost. We lost the popular vote, and we lost the electoral vote. We got crushed. But
Kennedy, I think the answer is yes.
Is it because of Israel? Yes. Interest rates? Yes. Too woke? Yes. It's like every bad policy that trickled up to the White House during the Biden administration started in California. That state is responsible for the worst politicians in modern history. And he is at the top of the list, and there are some ignoramuses on that list.
That toothpaste commercial smile. Flawless, that TDX cadence. Polished but governance. More like Wi-Fi from 2003, glitchy and buffering on paper. Gavin Newsom is the progressive dream. Climate buzzwords, charisma folders made of recycled vibes, but peel back the gloss and it unravels fast. He talks green while presiding over blackouts go electric, he says, then begs Californians not to charge their cars. Gas stove bans during flashlight dinners. That's not leadership, that's interpretive performance art.
Or their houses have been burned. All their childhood memorabilia, all the stuff for their kids, the photos, the fucking everything they have is gone. All heirlooms, their mother's wedding ring, that kind of shit. Everything's burnt to the ground. And this guy's like standing in front of all this stuff, and he's got a smile on his face, and he's talking about land use.
the development plan.
Watch this.
So what did Joe Rogan do? Exactly what a legend would. He traded LA's fake grins and 5-hour traffic for Texas freedom. He didn't just move, he launched a statement, packed his his audience, and bounced over 100 million listeners, one viral clip away from a CNN meltdown. And as Gavin fine-dined his way through disaster, Rogan called it like he saw it, exposing the double standards and elite hypocrisy that California served with its overpriced wine pairings.
And he's the guy who thinks he's going to run for president when, so much of the state is absolutely unlivable. And so every project that he's championed, he's now trying to demonize conveniently, and people are not that dumb. Like, people have been through it in his state. They are sick of him. They want him to leave. And maybe that's why so many people around him are like, you should totally run for president. So he gets out of the state.
Yes. Move away. Tyrus, did he leave out anything?
And Rogan didn't stop at snark. He stacked the studio with heavy hitters, doctors, comedians, economists, each one slicing through Newsom's policy circus with razor wit. The verdict: California leadership made less sense than a TikTok crypto seminar in a Holiday Inn. While small businesses got crushed, corporate giants danced magic 8-ball mandates, tech exodus, Tesla trail. Joe Rogan didn't just report it, he lived it, left it, and rebuilt in Austin, where blackout doesn't mean Tuesday.
Down in Hawaii, you had some ideas around some land use concerns he has around speculators coming in, buying up properties, and the like. So we're already working with our legal teams to move those things forward, and we'll be presenting those in a matter of days, not just weeks.
The big smile on his face. Look at the little wiggle he does with his shoulders. Speculator, watch this. Talking to John. Look at this. Look at this little wiggle. It's excited about the possibilities of speculators coming in. And he's saying, we're move forward. We're going to move forward on that. These people lost their homes. A lot of those people don't even have fire insurance because the fire insurance pulled out of California. I think like 69% of fire insurance pulled out of California because they're like, this is too crazy. Like, you guys aren't doing jack shit to manage this. You're not clearing the brush.
But his real kill shot wasn't data or guests, it was lived experience, calm, focused, surgical, no yelling, no spin, just truth. Then Greg Gutfeld entered like a caffeinated raccoon with a thesaurus and an agenda, not a roaster fillet, that smirk lethal, that sarcasm precision engineered. He turned Gavin's image into comedy sushi, shiny on the outside, raw in the middle. It wasn't yelling, it was slicing, and it left a mark.
So, while Californians have lost their homes and they're still suffering from the devastation, what does Gavin Newsom decide to do? Well, now is apparently the perfect time to try and boost his popularity and essentially promote himself. He's launched a podcast. I'll play you the trailer in just a moment, but take notice. Does the trailer that he shared with the world on X does even mention the most horrific fire catastrophe that occurred under his leadership, partly as a result of the decisions he was making, like cutting fire prevention? No, this is his chance to talk about his image, insisting that he's no ordinary politician.
Gutfeld said it best: Gavin looks like a cologne ad, but governs like he's playing SimCity on nightmare mode. Sure, he's the Vanity Fair version of a politician, but step behind the glam shot and it's tent cities, shuttered shops, and $15 smoothies sold next to shattered dreams. While Gavin lights candles and gives speeches, Gutfeld rips the media's love affair with him to shreds. Behind every soft-lit headline is a city collapsing in slow motion.
I think there's about 100 other reasons too.
Well, you can't, it's not his words when he speaks.
Yeah.
You have to watch him closely. And some genius decided not to film him any lower than the shoulder.
Yes, did you? Yes.
So what did he do?
You couldn't see the hands.
No, but he sent Morse code.
Yes.
Go back and watch it. Look at the blinking. Blink, look. Meet me at the house. Like, he's blinking. He's sending... I'm getting there. Hey, just so you know, I'm not wearing pants.
Back in paradise, the reality is Coachella with crime stats, rent sky high, gas feels illegal, grocery bills come with a trauma response, and Gavin Newsom still monologuing in climate poetry while the lights flicker. Gutfeld tears into that performative eco-theater like it's a one-man roast of greenwashing, equity, carbon neutrality. Sounds inspiring until working families are hit with blackouts and bills. This isn't saving the planet. It's saving the brand.
When Gavin Newsom talks about California, he's like, I'm very big on California, very bullish on California. Hey, they're all moving. The only reason why they don't move is because it's too difficult to move. It's too expensive to leave versus all the bullshit with all the permits and all that. It's too expensive. That he's correct about vaccines or whether you believe his policies would be effective. And that's a human being. With Newsom, you've got like this construct, this cardboard cutout of a person. I don't think people want that, but they might want it more than they want president.
Now here's the twist. Gutfeld compares Gavin's presidential ambitions to franchising a restaurant that failed its health inspection. Sure, it looks fancy from the outside, inside it's chaos served cold. And just when it couldn't get better, Rogan and Gutfeld collide, two styles. Same mission: expose the hologram that is Gavin Newsom. One drops facts like weights, the other throws punchlines like daggers. It's a crossover takedown, and it's glorious.
Runs for national office, he acts like a Republican. This is where the left is really pro-trans. Suddenly, they grow balls.
Rogan doesn't need noise, he speaks soft, deadpan, chilling I moved for a reason that hits harder than a press conference meltdown. No buzzwords, no applause, fishing, just real talk. Meanwhile, Gutfeld throws jokes like Molotovs, and together they expose the whole charade. Gavin isn't missing the mark, he's erasing it. While Rogan whispers truths, Gutfeld yells the punchlines, we all thinking one's a surgeon, the other's a stand-up executioner.
California Governor Gavin Newsom has been facing major calls to resign over his appalling handling of the deadly California wildfires. And just to quickly recap, these were the most destructive wildfires the state has ever seen. More than 16,000 properties were destroyed. The cost of the fires is estimated to be more than $200 billion. And for businesses in LA County, the future is looking grim. It's projected businesses will continue to lose billions of dollars over the next 5 years due to destruction.
Rogan gives you the collapse in Velvet Thinker's experts nuance. Gutfeld shows up with gasoline and a grin, skeptics side eyes and glorious sarcasm. One crowd drops timestamps, the other drops memes, but both agree Gavin Newsom isn't leading his acting a walking trailer for a political movie that bombed opening weekend, glossy, hyped and utterly hollow. It's not a failure, it's stylized failure, and everyone's seen enough.
You know, when I went there, I had a great relationship with President Xi. We got along very well. And they treated me better than anybody's ever been treated. And I said, this air is good. Do you know they closed every factory 1 week before I got there from within 200 miles?
That's like what Gavin Newsom did when Xi Jinping came to San Francisco.
He cleaned it up.
He cleaned it up. He got rid of all
Isn't
the
that
homeless
terrible
people.
in a way to think, you know? He cleaned it up and then it became a pigsty.
Well, the dumbest thing is he said when your friends come by, when you have visitors, you clean up your house. Like, how about just keep your fucking house clean?
Can you imagine?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I keep bringing up Gavin. Well, other than my respect for his work in American Psycho, he's starting to distance himself from his party's worst ideas. Newsom, a guy who hates fossil fuels but could still bring down the price of gas by wringing out his hair, once proclaimed that his state would be a sanctuary to all who seek it.
Newsom is all optics, zero spine, a speech bubble in a suit, but when Rogan and Gutfeld team up, it's like watching two mechanics tear down a busted machine, one with a wrench, the other with a chainsaw, and both deadly. The wild part, their fan bases, the libertarians, conservatives, ex-hippies, burned out baristas, they're all nodding in unison. Maybe the real pandemic wasn't viral, maybe it was political theater with ring lights and empty promises. By the end, Newsom wasn't just roasted, he was decoded, script exposed, my C dropped.